Venus, if you have a lot of Taurus in your chart, this could resonate. So Taurus, there's a big energy here, Taurus, and it's not always the easiest for us Taurus because we like consistency. We like the pattern. We like things to be the way that they are, how they were, and how they will always be. But Taurus, there's a big energy coming in with the death and rebirth. I think Scorpio got this. I can't remember. But someone else got this. The death and rebirth. This is not just a death. It's not a literal death, by the way. This is a transformation. There's a transformation of how you see yourself, and there's a transformation of what you consider yourself to be strong in. Like, I've always been strong because I've had my shit together. I've always been strong because there's like some sort of like foundation being shooken up. And we have the death card again with the transformation. So this is more like the Phoenix rising energy where you intentionally, heavy Scorpio energy, heavy. But it's like you intentionally put yourself in a situation because you want a better outcome. So for some of you guys, you might be aware of this, and for some of you guys, you may not be aware of what this energy is, but there's some sort of drastic change that you might be implementing in your life, or that is taking place because you want a better lifestyle. It's like maybe the way things are, it's just not cutting it anymore. It's like you want more. It could be romance, it could be career, it could be anything, but there's like, again, this Hierophant energy is Taurus energy. But in this deck, it's really intense. This is like, it's giving me like Capricorn vibes, but it's giving me control. It's like there's a need to let go of holding on to something. It could be a career, it could be a thought form, it could be an idea. There's like holding on to certain beliefs just because they've served you in the past, but you were actually kind of a slave to them, and you were kind of putting on this mask that you were okay, but you're not. It's like, let it go. So when you let go of like, oh, I've always dated this type of person, or I've always believed this, only you would know. But there's like for me personally as a Taurus, I was like, I'll always live in LA, and then I'm in Arizona, but I chose to be here because there's a certain type of lifestyle that I wanted. So sometimes it might be the very thing that you're like, oh, I would never do that, I would never date them, so be careful what your words are, Taurus, because I feel like this is changing with the 2 death cards and the Hierophant. There's something going to dramatically change. And for some of you guys, it could be moving on from a relationship, because we literally have moving on. So it's funny how moving on always sounds sad, right? It sounds like just sad, especially for Taurus. We don't like change. But behind them is like the fall, and this is kind of like going into the spring. You see how it's dark here and then it gets lighter? So whatever you're going towards is the sun. It's a good feeling. So even if it doesn't visually look like it right now, even if it doesn't make sense to you, just keep moving in that direction, because it's clearly going to be better than where you're at now. So don't be afraid, don't be fearful. And we have like attracts like. So this is about your vibration, being positive. Don't say anything that goes against what you want. Hit the ball. So yes, don't say anything that goes against what you want. And what needs to be released is there's some sort of Knight of Wands energy. So some of you guys could be dealing with a fire sign. Some of you guys need to release the Sagittarius, Leo, or not Gemini. Why I say Gemini? Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But what I'm really seeing is it's kind of like this energy of rushing in and making impulsive decisions too. So you're moving away from any of that. You're moving towards what you really want. So maybe you've had to make things happen, or you have like this quick pace, like I always work hard, I always do this, I always, like it's very intense. You're moving out of that. So it's more of like you're going from this night that's super fast, like fly in, ask questions later, like let's scope the situation, to this night, which is very slow. And this one says loyalty, romance, chivalry, a love of honor. So some of you guys are either becoming this knight where you're more practical about the things that you want and you go after that love and you freaking dominate. And some of you guys, you're attracting that type of person. You're attracting that type of love in your life. You're attracting someone who's stable and serious and who wants to be with you. And you also have the Emperor. So that person could be an Aries or someone with Aries characteristics. But the Emperor, baby, if you're Taurus and you're watching this and you're in a relationship, this could be, you know, your partner just kind of you moving away from, it could be you moving away from a partner, or it could be you stepping up in this role in your own life, like you bossing up, like you getting out of the place of making complacent decisions. But impulsive decisions, but really moving towards something else. Like it could be anything else. It could be a career. And then we have, I have no choice but to move forward. So Taurus, if you're thinking about something or someone that you should walk away from, I promise you it's going to be better on the other side. Just keep walking. Okay. So for Taurus, we have clear the clutter. So some of you just clean out your homes, clean out your car. It'll help you clear out your mind. We have Mars. So this is that Aries energy again, taking action, move. Like, you know what you want to move towards. Just go ahead and move towards that. And we have journey. So some of you guys could be going on a journey. You could get an opportunity that leads you to going on a journey. We have Pluto, which is that Scorpio energy again. So there's that rebirth. There's like something new coming for you because you've been new. And then we have romance. So once you leave a situation, another situation opens up. So I think this is really beautiful, Taurus. If this resonated with you, you can book a personal reading below. If not, I'll see you guys in the next reading.